All right, check it out. All done. Spent 10 hours on this thing finishing up yesterday, and it's not even finished. Gotta start painting it, staining the wood. Quite the art piece. Don't even know what to call it yet. It's not done until it's done. Gotta work with a purpose. Gotta enjoy the nature. What was left behind turned into an art piece. How architecture and art stem from it is what I'm talking about. The art of nature itself, the foundation of it all. I know it's a little bit wacky, a little bit crazy, but it's like the hardest puzzle known to mankind, really. Literally spent probably 10 to 15 minutes trying to find the perfect spot and the perfect piece for each location, just so it can look right at any perspective. You see something develop. I'm going to have to wait until later to spray it. It's about 41 outside right now at the moment, which means I'll have a hard time spray painting this thing. And I got to get every single angle. You talk about difficult, that's the hardest part about spray painting this stuff. But what should I spray paint it? White or chrome? I thought about one of those two colors. Chrome will give it a nice metallic finish. Mechanical, architectural, but white will be clean and simplistic. Love those optical illusions for real though. Yeah, I got one piece already spray painted. It's got to stick up out of here. I'm not going to put anything down here. I think I'll just sand the bottom over here. Kind of level it off a little bit. Yeah. Might have a couple more pieces to put on this side. Thought about it, don't know yet. Over here to kind of fill out the void. Right there. Something goes up, but every time there's an ending, here's the strange thing I've always followed in my artwork. Every time there's an ending to something, I have to make it a beginning for something else. Every single piece I try to create, like every time there was like an extension or something, just waiting for a beginning to start. Like right here, seems like there's something missing. Like right here, seems like there's something missing. Like there's got to be a continuation of something. Like right here. Anything that has an extension, a face on it, means there's got to be a different beginning. That's why I've always done that. And then it just continues on. Like it grows out of the piece itself. Yeah, it can stand up, it can. There's nothing behind it except the architecture built deep inside of it that's holding it up. But I don't know if this is going to be a walk around piece. It's going to be as is on its own pedestal, plaque. I don't know that yet. But I definitely got to put some kind of natural stain on this to kind of bring it out a little bit. Not too much though. Yeah, it's beautiful as it is. Especially on the other side. But that's the thing about this. I experimented with this earlier yesterday as I was trying to think about how I was going to display it. If I was going to put it on a plaque that can hang on a wall, like it's growing out of the wall. And then the architecture and engineering and everything else, the art of today, stems from it. Nature itself. In a very modern way, that is, in my mind. Yeah, those are the pieces I have left. And a few more over here. Yeah, but as you can probably tell, I've been working on a few things in the process. Because of crazy. Yeah. Just like the good old days. The pieces of the puzzle everywhere. Hard to make a decision. Try to find the perfect fit. It's got to look right. And that definitely looks right. Cool. Probably could have done it in about 8 hours if I stayed with it. Yeah, but it took a toll about 3 weeks. Yeah, cool. But you probably want to know, how am I going to paint this thing with this the way it is? All the extensions hanging down as it's drilling out of the piece. Well, that's a simple thing. Just take tissue paper or something like that and just intertwine it underneath these things. That's how I designed it, to just lift it up. Yeah. And it just slides under this stuff very easily. Yeah. Everything's got a gap in it. Easy to get the paper underneath. It's going to be easy to spray paint. Well, take that back. It's going to be difficult to spray paint since I got to cover so many angles. Make sure everything is covered. Because there's definitely a lot of geometries in these things. For real though. Man, I miss doing this thing. Really do. Cool. Hope you enjoy that one. I'll let you know when it's finally done. Not gonna work. This is not gonna work right here. Spent about an hour and a half trying to figure out how to fit those things in there. Bam. Almost done on this. Spent about 4.5 hours trying to get the inside filled out quite nicely. Got about 3 more pieces I got to figure out how to get in there. Spent about 30 minutes doing what? Going through the crates. Sorry about that. Found a few pieces I'm going to test. See if they fit. And I don't mean fit by the size alone. I'm talking about what they look like. Yeah. So they can be combined with one single color. So I got a few pieces here I got to test the waters with. To be honest with you, that's more than enough to fill out the inside. I can't believe this took this long to do. And a couple pieces got broken off, so I got to repair those things in a minute. In a minute. I'm in a hurry. I am. It's like 10 o'clock, Christmas night. Worked on this thing from about 6 o'clock till 1 a.m. yesterday, Christmas Eve. Got a little bit of space left. Hopefully they're going to look just right, combined with other pieces. Then I got to run back out tomorrow to Home Depot and try to find the chrome spray paint if they have any left. Spray paint this thing. Because it's going to be raining like crazy for like 6 days next week. I have a window of just a few hours maybe to try to figure out how to paint this thing chrome. Well, all the mechanical architectural pieces and not the wood. The wood stays as is. Maybe just stain a little bit, bring out the color, bring out the geometries. But everything else, however I can spray paint it, every angle. Talk about nearly impossible. Yeah, could you imagine if I dropped this thing? You talk about being an angry joker for real. After spending 3 weeks on such an item. Let me go ahead and finish this thing off tonight. Well, that only took about an hour and 45 minutes to put in another 4 pieces. Look at that thing right here. I know there's a void right here, but you know what? They'll never see it. Nobody going to a museum will ever notice that there's a void there except for one person, the one who created it. It's weird though why this is so hard to me. Why is it so hard? Because it's almost like trying to put a puzzle back together again. Every time I do this, for the past 11, 12 years of my life, every time I try to create something, I have to pick up one single piece and match up the lines, the geometries, colors, tones, to try to see what matches up perfectly at all perspectives. And then turn around and spray paint it one other color, one single color later. That's meant to represent one single thing. Can't wait to get the chrome spray paint. You'll be finished then. Well, that was pretty dang hard. It took about 10 minutes. Not even done. A little bit of overspray in a couple of spots. I'm going to have to sand off just a tiny bit. Paint remover or whatever. Talk about some sore arms. Thing weighs about 15 pounds, but imagine trying to hold that thing up at every single angle you can imagine. Don't know if I'm going to get another coat on there either. With all the humidity out there for the next few days. But I covered what I could, even on the backside. I think chrome was a good choice. Or I guess you can say silver. I don't know. I don't know why they call this chrome though. Because it's not true chrome. Chrome is the dipping process into the molten color itself. Yeah. But this is spray paint. This is more like silver. Because over time it's going to look like what? Like those things. Fades away a little bit over time. Those things right there are about maybe 9, 10 years old. Maybe they just need to be cleaned. I don't know. Yeah, but it's not metallic looking like this anymore. Quite the sheen on it though. Contrast is perfect with the wood. Nature creates all. no matter what it is. Finally done with this thing. That took a long time. That thing took about a month and a week just to finish. But you know what? There's some touch-ups that need to be made. Got some overspray. I need to sand off a little bit the best I can. Maybe use some paint remover or something, I don't know. Got to break out the paintbrush on some parts. Spots that were missed. Couldn't take any chance to spray paint it. In some locations. Beautiful object. Just having a little bit of fun, that's all it is. Trying to create a different kind of art. Speak my mind. Speak my soul. Give nature a chance to do what it did before. Create our world, of course. Because you cut this tree down and use the lumber for something else. To build something, design something. Thus, I'm helping it live on in a different way. It's kind of cool though. I'm glad I chose the chrome. Because in a different light, different angles. Some of it still looks white. Cool. Good decision on the chrome. Both colors at the same time. Chrome and white. Even though it's all chrome. Silver, whatever you want to call it. But it's not done until I finish off the wood a little bit and add that one little piece right here that sticks up as something else is growing out of it. Hope you like it. Like I told you before, it takes a long time for me to finish my things.